Platting Board hearing will come to order. It's July 18th, 2012, and it is 6:40 p.m. And I'd like to have roll call. Would you call roll, please?
Lyndall Story. Steve Abel.
Here.
Ken Fuller.
Here.
Jody Moses. Daniel Young.
Present.
Brent Cole. Anthony Cange.
Here.
Trevor Edmondson.
Here.
First item on the agenda is agenda changes, and case S11937-1, Fireweed Terrace subdivision has been postponed until September 5th, 2012. And we need a motion for postponement. Mr. Edmondson and Mr. Abel seconds. Is there any opposition to the motion? Hearing and seeing none, the motion passes. The next item on the agenda is action summaries, and may we have a motion for approval of the action summaries? Mr. Cange and Mr. Edmondson seconds. Is there any opposition? Any discussion? Hearing and seeing none, the action summaries are approved. There are no minutes tonight to approve. Special order of business and disclosures. Are there any disclosures? I have one in the case of S11927-1 Panorama subdivision. I have a conflict of interest. I'm working for the petitioner on this case, and I ask to be recused. May I have a motion, please? Mr. Cange and Mr. Edmondson seconds.
I move to direct in case S11928-1 the chair to participate in that case. I'm sorry, won't be supporting my motion though.
Just a point of order, it's case S11927-1.
Correct.
Not 8.
Thank you, I had it written down wrong.
Is there any
Sorry.
Is there any discussion? Is there any opposition to the motion?
Hold on just a second. A no vote means he won't participate, so you need to use your voting buttons to record on this vote, and you would abstain.
Right. So may we have a vote, please? If the motion fails, and I will recluse myself. Okay, next item. Are there any other disclosures? Mr. Edmondson.
In case S-11927-1 Panorama subdivision, I'd like to disclose that my firm, the Peterson Group, utilizes Tony Hoffman and the Botte Company, actually have them under contract on various projects that we have. Myself or my company don't have a financial interest in this project that's before us tonight, and I feel like I can be involved impartially. So,
Thank you. May I have a motion directing Mr. Trevor to participate? Mr. Trevor Edmondson to participate. Mr. Cange and Mr. Fuller seconds.
I move to direct Mr. Edmondson to participate in case S11927-1.
Is there any discussion or opposition? A no vote directs Mr. Edmondson not to participate. A yes vote directs him to participate. We're going to vote. and it passes. Mr. Edmondson, you're directed to participate in case S11927-1. Are there any other disclosures? Mr. Fuller.
In the same case, S11927-1, I see the petitioner's First National Bank, and our company has a number of arrangements with that. We're not participating at all in this situation, but between our company and personally have many transactions with First National. But I feel I can be impartial in this case, but it's up to you.
Thank you. May I have a motion directing Mr. Fuller to participate? And Mr. Edmondson makes the motion, Mr. Kane seconds. Would you address your motion, please?
I move to direct Mr. Fuller to participate in case S-11927-1.
Is there any opposition to the motion? We're going to vote. A yes vote directs Mr. Fuller to participate. A no vote directs Mr. Fuller not to participate. The motion passes. Mr. Fuller, you're directed to participate. Our next item on the agenda is public hearings, and we have a short board tonight. When there is a short 5-member board, then a postponement is offered to the petitioner, and if agreed to by the petitioner, the case will be moved to the next regular agenda. This should occur within 30 days, which does not require renoticing the case. If the petitioner is unable to attend the next available meeting, the petitioner has a one-time only option to choose the next certain date at no extra fee. Further, a fully constituted board consists of 9 members, and with a short board of 5 members, in order for a case to be approved by the board, it would require all 5 members of the board to vote for approval. Chair offers the option of proceeding with a short board or accepting postponement to the next regular meeting, and I believe the next one is August 1st. If the petitioner accepts, the meeting is postponed. If not, the hearing will proceed. Normally, if a case is postponed within 30 days, it does not require renotice, but if there is active public interest, the board commission may request staff to renotice the case. Okay. In the case S11928-1 Birch Grove subdivision, will the petitioner please step forward?
Hello, my name is Dwayne Mark Seward. I'm the authorized petitioner's representative, and yes, we would like to postpone till the next available meeting.
Okay, thank you very much.
Just a point of order with regard to case FC, Panorama Subdivision, S11927-1, with Mr. Young, or Chair Young, recused from participating. We have only 4 members left, and then we require a quorum of 5 in order to act on the case. So we'll need a motion to postpone that case. Oh. The mover is Mr. Abel, and the seconder is Mr. Kange. Mr. Abel, can you state your motion? Since our chair is recused.
In the case of S11927-1, I submit that we postpone until the next regular meeting due to non-quorum. I support my motion.
Are there any objections? I shouldn't have done that, probably.
The motion passed, and so there's not going to be a hearing on case S11927 tonight. Sorry, guys. Did we leave anything out? Is there anything on the first page we left out?
No.
We got this and this. Okay. Okay, are there any reports tonight from the board? The public hearing portion of the meeting is closed. Is there, are there any reports tonight? Did you want to address this memorandum that you brought to us, Jill? Do I?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Just a quick note, at the last meeting, I talked about findings of fact, and I did bring an additional piece of information for you that basically outlines 3 of the main reasons or purposes for findings of fact, and I have that to hand out. I'm still gathering information, but basically it says that when you're making findings, to keep in mind the 3 purposes for making findings, and that should help you judge whether the findings made for a particular decision are adequate. Those purposes are inform potential appellants of the reasoning of the board so they may formulate an appeal if necessary, present in concise form the reasoning of the board so that a judge on review of the case can determine whether the law was properly applied and whether there was substantial evidence for the decision, and also encourage boards to make carefully reasoned decisions by requiring a clear statement of the reasons for the decisions. And that's it for now on findings. Thank you.
I would like to comment. This does take more effort on our part, more diligent effort on our part when we're doing our findings. But this is important. This was a 1982 memo. But again, I've been through enough appeals to know that it's important to have this kind of information if it does get appealed, so that the appeal board, or if it goes to the Superior Court, the judge has the basis behind our decisions. So I ask that everybody consider this when you're supporting your motions, and I will hopefully encourage you if you're not. Are there any other reports? Is there any other business for Mr. Whitfield?
If I may, real quick, Mr. Chairman, Jill had asked me to kind of ask the board if they wouldn't mind keeping their packets so that we don't have to basically reroute them again. I don't suppose anybody would have a problem with that, would they? Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks. Are there any other reports or business to take care of tonight? It's a hot summer night. We might get to go home early. May I have a motion for adjournment? Mr. Kane, second by Mr. Bell. Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you very much. The meeting is closed.